16. We are ready to go. This is going to be game one of the 3 series taking place between Shaft and Rain. Green team for this game on Northern Waters will be Shaft, and they're going to be wearing St. Vincent, Des Moines, Napoli, Nevsky, Gearing, Daring, and a Marceau.
And Rain are running St. Vincent, Kremlin, Double Des Moines, Napoli, Nevsky, Gearing, Marceau, and Haragumo.
So we got like 4 DDs versus 3 DDs. 2 Des Moines versus 1 Des Moines. I mean, Des Moines is basically DD. It's got no torpedoes. It's got, like, you know, everything's a DD if you try hard enough. Right, so spicy builds. Let's go have a look. Do we have anything particularly spicy from anybody involved? We got leg mod Haragumo running both the engine mod and smoke mod. Cool, that's pretty normal. Range mod for Artorias is Des Moines, and also no Fearless Brawler, but is instead going to take Outnumbered. Napoli of Bison is going to be running the secondary module. We have Marceau of Hexagon is going to be running AFT and Fearless, Man of My Own Heart. Kremlin going to be running DCP mod 1 and slot 1. Des Moines of Gang is going to be running leg mod. So no range mod shenanigans with him. He's going to be running leg mod, which is the more sensible approach. St. Vincent of Eternal Titan going to be running a relatively standard tanky build. Nevsky going to be running reload mod, nothing special there. And Gearing is going to be running legendary modules with silence. Back over for the green team for Shaft, we're going to be seeing Gearing with the rudder shift mod instead of engine mod. That's leg mod Gearing for flow. Wait, is that a leg mod Gearing or not? No, the sending. Oh, sorry, that's the Daring. I'm not a smart man. I am not a smart man. I read Gearing is Daring again. That's why it's running. That's why it's running rudder mod. Me not smart.
Gearing.
Yes. Gearing. Yes. Alright, anyway, back to the builds. Nothing particularly spicy. Another leg mod Gearing, and yes. Okay, so yes. Initial deployments. Green team, going to be sending over the A cap. We got Marceau, Napoli, St. Vincent, Des Moines, and a Gearing. B cap, we have Daring, St. Vincent, C cap. Well, St. Vincent's more C cap now. Also Gearing and Nevsky. What's your deployments looking like?
Well, the red team is sending the Marceau straight into A cap, with Napoli, Des Moines, Kremlin following up. Haragumo smoking up a Des Moines at B to immediately contest. And we have St. Vincent, Nevsky, and Gearing going out wide to sea.
Well, let's take a look at this radar encroaching upon Intaro. He looks like he's going to be just skirting outside of it. They know it's going to be the Des Moines in that because they do see that. Actually, do they know it's going to be the Des Moines in that? No, it could be the Nevsky. They don't really know. It could be many things. Marceau uncontested in A so far. All right, Zil and Hexagon run into each other. They've both been staring at each other, knowing exactly where to aim their guns because they're both going to be RPF. Well, they both just know the general position of where things are going to be. However, the smoke screen from Flo is going to be coming out for Kami in his Des Moines, but it doesn't look like he's got an angle on Hexagon's Marceau just yet. Yeah, Hexagon could be kiting away. Zil coming off worse in that encounter, I think.
Yeah, it's a good initial trade for Hexagon, but you know, if Zil gets away from this now, and that Hexagon is now taking more damage with the Des Moines in play. It looks like Intaro backed into B, got caught briefly by the radar, and oh no, has actually managed to avoid the radar entirely. Just went forward to get torps out. Those torps might be dangerous at B.
Which ones? Are we talking about the ones that are currently on the Des Moines or the Haragumo?
Yes. Des Moines should be fine. I think Haragumo's going to be fine as it reverses into them, but you know, Haragumo, if it tried to reverse, not quite stern on, it would have been an interesting situation.
Mine as well, perfect gap, he's alright. Back over to C, we see Nevsky getting a long smoke screen from the Gearing, and that is mirrored by the St. Vincent and Gearing and Nevsky in this one as well. This green St. Vincent is going to be at the mercy of this Nevsky smoke screen farming him. Eternal Titan is going to be sat in that smoke screen completely untouched, basically.
Yeah, over at B, the Haragumo was chased away by the Nevsky. Daring had perma spots on the Haragumo, and the Nevsky from C just started firing over to push it out the cap so that Intaro can take it.
Napoli smoke screen going to be making its way towards the island. It looks like Zil had torpedoes coming in towards that. That's actually a nice little torpedo angle. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch them. No, it's not going to be quiet enough. Napoli's going to be just in front of them.
Yeah, and it does look like Zil came off noticeably worse in that opening trade.
Yeah. He's down an extra 7,000 health. Which is weird because, like, there's a lot more firepower here for Shaft, honestly. You've got,
yeah, I just don't think they had the angles early enough.
No, it's because... Actually, I don't really know, because, honestly, Hexagon should have been the one that was taking more damage because he was stationary at the start of that fight. Although he was kind of kited out. Whereas Zil was caught bowing and had to do the full turn across him.
Yeah,
right.
Hexagen's torp's looking dangerous for the Napoli here.
Yeah. Kimmalil gonna be taking one on the bow and a second one
Two.
amidships.
Yeah.
Drops a smoke
And
screen now.
in danger from more. You've got to know those are coming. Surely you know those are coming.
Doesn't look like he does. That could be. Ooh, no, that's another 1, 2.
I mean, another 2, but that is dangerous.
And he left the turn so late. He's turned after the fact, so he's taken the torpedoes and he's beached in an awkward position. And now the farm is going to begin. The Napoli's are proxy spotting each other through the island, and this is leaving Hexagen's Marceau with complete freeform on the side of the Napoli. Seacap apparently Reaper in the gearing got caught. But yeah, here comes the farm of the Napoli.
Would you think that was maybe a torp on the green gearing?
Unsure.
BCAP hasn't traded back and forth, but we're about to see Intaro running like hell as the Des Moines charges into Haragumo's smokescreen radar running. Luckily, Intaro's well positioned with that island there. He just needs to dip behind it and not come back for a little while, I think.
Kimmalil does manage to get himself unbeached from the island's awkward position, but he's now still on 4,000 health and suffering. Torpedoes next to Hexagen were a bit awkward. He was caught on the border for them, but he just managed to get away from them all. And this is like, Kimmalil... is he still long? He's not long.
Artorias is Des Moines and BCAP, only just dodging the Darian torps. The torp going underneath the side of him as it ran down it and sort of paint scraped the whole way. They are farming that St. Vincent.
Your torpedoes have been off all tournament though. You saw a gearing E2 torpedoes that didn't actually hit him. So those torpedoes could have been anywhere really. Right, so what we got?
I mean, they didn't hit the island when they were pointing towards it, so there's that.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much room. And the gearing torps coming in across that smoke screen as well. Don't think they're fast enough to catch the Haragumo.
No, this shouldn't be, unless he takes a really awkward turn. No, he's got himself in between these, and also the Des Moines is perfectly in between them as well. Those were all hydroed for him by the Des Moines. Vert and St. Vincent. Looks like he got farmed out by something. It must be just like the Kremlin trading with him, and this is gonna leave. Let's say so. The Kremlin is gonna be pushing forward. He's now gonna have the bow of the Napoli. The Des Moines of Gang looks like he might want to get involved as well. He's currently farming at the back end of the Vincent. This Napoli doesn't look like he's going to be holding that position very much longer. It looks like Bison might be prepared to go around from the front, and we're going to have the Des Moines going around from the back, and then you've got the Kremlin on the bow as well. This should just be full control over here taken. I mean, you might lose a bit of health with the Kremlin on the way past, but...
Shaft have just decided that they're not interested in A anymore. They've committed heavily to B, and they kind of need to, if they're going to commit that heavily to B, they also need to do something about CCAP.
Let's see how much it's going to take to dislodge Kimmalil here. He is still somehow alive, being farmed by Hexagen. He's got the Kremlin shooting at his bow. He's got... Gang doesn't need to push out. That's a little bit risky for him. He's just going to give like a lot of angle to that.
Yeah, I think at this point you just leave it to the Kremlin, right?
In theory, but the Kremlin's lost a lot of health during this. Like, a lot of health. He will be able to heal the majority of it back, but he's suffered for this.
Hexagen's been spotted here. Hexagen's being farmed out by Des Moines Marceau currently.
Yeah, Hexagen down to 8,500, but he's going to be able to skirt away just for now. Napoli finally going to go down. He got the heal off at the last second, but he does finally go down. Right, so there's currently a fire on the Kremlin. There is a St. Vincent looking at him. I think he just saw Gearing.
It is the St. Vincent's fire, yeah.
I think Gearing took another torp over here. He's just like lost another chunk of HP. There's a set of torps going past. These torps might catch the Nevsky on the border as well. He's going to drift into it. He takes one. Is he going to take a second from the drift? Doesn't quite take it, but he's going to eat that flood right now. It's going to be a perma-flood as well for Amazing. Yeah, it's been a bit messy over on this 910 line with all the smoke play.
Yeah,
back over the Kremlin.
The Kremlin's probably going to be fine here. It's healing through. It's got a damage control ready. Although, you know...
Yeah, but Vert isn't going to be fine.
Vert is not in a good place, no. Vert has 3 seconds until the heal, so that's a rapid mashing of the heal button there, and it goes.
Alright, back up to 5,000, super heal burning. Kremlin's still being farmed as well. Both these battleships.
So the Kremlin's actually in danger now if Vert is able to get another good volley in, because the damage control is down and the heal isn't ready for another 50 seconds.
Well, Zillan the Marceau is also trying to get this. There's the HE salvo out from the Vincent. Is he going to be on any fires here? Nope.
No fires. The smoke not quite catching the Kremlin properly here.
Shells still landing from Vert.
Zil just
3,000
needs
HP.
to...
Gets in the smoke. There's still shells on the way. If any of these catch a fire, that's a dead Kremlin. No fire from that salvo. 3,000 HP. 2,000 HP, no fire. Shells still last flash goal around him. Blind fire salvo comes in. He gets the fire. The fire, he should be going down.
No, it's
1
got 4
second
seconds
of
of damage
DCP.
control. Oh!
Oh, 140. The very last tick before the damage control went off. Takes that battleship down. Meanwhile, over at the sea cap, we have a St. Vincent being currently gigafarmed by, like, everything.
It looks like he's eating
He's
torps.
yeah, he's eating 2 torps there.
Yeah, possibly more. I only see 6 of the 10 gearing torps that should be there.
There'll be some island hits as well, but I don't
I hope so.
It's going to leave this St. Vincent Bowen getting farmed. After the first... Right, so... Zil? Sorry, not Zil. Wait, did St. Vincent die up here as well? I missed that.
The Vert went down, yeah.
Yeah.
The St. Vincent and Seacap eats the St. Vincent torp.
Oh no, the Wiggly torp.
That was launched, yeah. It does a good bit of damage. It does a bit of damage. I think his bow's fully saturated and he took it on the bow. So that's a saving grace there.
So Gang and Bison have now got this this smoked up Des Moines to play with, who's currently in a getting a geared smoke.
So the problem that Des Moines faces immediately aware of the said problem. There is a Napoli on his side.
Is the Napoli aware of the other problem of these torpedoes that are currently inbound for him? I don't think he is.
No, but he's gonna eat just the one.
Just the one, sure. Gearing comes out at the front of the smoke screen.
Yeah.
Is going to be caught by the Des Moines in the radar.
And the Shaft Des Moines, hard turned away, knows the AP's coming in, needs to not be maintaining that angle. It just needs to leave now.
It's a nice crossfire that they've got formed though, the Napoli and Des Moines against the green Des Moines. But
it is, yeah. The gearing's, but the Flow has to just get out of there.
Yeah, they've switched focus
any
fire
and all
on the Flow.
costs. They just need to get the Flow needs to get out of there.
Torpedoes towards Bison. He's going to take
Napoli is
another
one
one.
more, yeah.
So that's going to be a thermoflood, I think, assuming.
It's safe from the second sets coming in, but I don't think Flow gets out of this.
Well, he might be able to take Gang down for this as well. Gang does have a damage control ready. He does have a heal soon, but they should be able to take him down. Actually, he gets knocked behind the smoke screen, and he's got the damage control ready in case he takes this fire. He's on what? 2,000 HP? Heal is ready. Pops the heal. Still firing. Des Moines Kamikaze should be able to take him down here.
Yeah, hopefully, but Gang might have just enough angle to cause issues with AP. He does.
There he goes. And this leaves just Bison on the smoke screen here.
Yeah,
Napoli
I don't
secondary is
think
raining
Bison
down.
survives this.
Well, he's unspotted right now. I don't know how long is left on the smoke screen.
Well, that is a fresh smoke. But that is the end of the smoke that will be going down first. That was Flow's smoke, who was driving towards Gang at the time. But Zil needs to be driving straight at A now. They need to step on that cap here. They need to get this kill, step on the cap.
He needs to be very careful about how he drives it here, though, because if he gets caught in Bison's secondaries, he might go down. There we go. Bison gets out of the smoke, gets spotted by the Des Moines. We have this crossfire forming in. The smoke expired there. It wasn't as fresh as you said it was.
Yeah, it's the tail end of the gearing smoke, which was on, the opposite end of the smoke will be going down in, 10
Nevsky
seconds now,
amazing.
maybe.
Nevsky were amazing was that he got caught there. Also, Vincent on Des Moines action back from there.
Yeah,
Bison has his own smoke, and a heal, and a Damacon.
And Zill's traded 2,000 health for this as well, already, on an already low health Marceau.
Nevsky kills Vincent somehow? Things happen. Okay.
And sorry.
Nevsky kills Des Moines.
I'm fairly certain there was a St. Vincent torp involved in that.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I seen one single Dorito connect to that Des Moines, and then a Nevsky kill popped up. So I'm fairly certain that's how that went down. They need to get the kill on Bison here, and then they need to follow up very quickly with a kill on Hexagen.
They've committed so much for this, and they've been losing their side during this. So 2 caps to 1 currently taking in favor of Rain.
They do kill Bison though, but Kamikaze's Des Moines is so far out of position and it
Look
can't
at the caps. Look at the caps.
Yeah, they're not in a good place.
Amazing Pops says, I'm going to die radar. He doesn't have a heal. He's got no heals left. That's it. That's his final HP. 3,100. He's got no Damacon ready. He's down 1,100 HP. He might go down here as well. Gets unspotted. Is there any shells in the air still?
No, there's no shots. No shots out. And Taro's diving B I'm not sure I want to be the Darien that dives B in front of a full health Nevsky.
Well, if the Nevsky doesn't have radar for another 90, he doesn't have torpedoes for Hydra for another 60. A torpedo rush is definitely something that could work out in their favor, especially if they can manage to. Oh, no, Hexagen's that's still there.
Yeah.
Hexagen just permazones out Zills because they've rotated the Des Moines back off that.
Yeah, the Kamikaze's got pushed so far out during the fight with Bison's Napoli that it's going to take him just too long to get back. And it's a Darien versus Haragumo Nevsky. That's not a pleasant place to be.
Gearing of Sheep's getting involved in this as well. So the Daring has popped his Hydra. He's discovered the where the exit position of the Nevsky. Does anybody ever? Yes, the Des Moines does have salvos, but I don't know if it's gonna be like anywhere near enough. Right, not with that salvo. But there might be some more. You might be able to get some, develop some space for Entaro. This is still gonna be an issue of Zill trying to deal with the Marceau of Hexagen, who's just sat in that cap, knows that he has the HP advantage, and is just like, all right, come on.
Yeah, kited out is just. There's very little I think they can do to get A. Honestly, I just think there's very little they can do in general here. They got very, very close towards the end, but they just needed to hold C. And they just, they obviously just didn't have the health pool and firepower to maintain that cap. Antaro's just dead. There is so much coming in towards Antaro right now.
And Wellspawn's just tanking a triple fire with his damn gun up.
Yeah.
There goes
Antaro. That pretty much seals the deal here. I mean, it's been the writing's been on the wall for a while. Can they? Here, Zill has decided that they've had enough. They're going to try it anyway. They're going to try their luck
against the kiting Marceau. Yeah, like this is the thing. The Marceau on Marceau fight, whoever is the one the kiting wins. And Hexagen with his, I'm assuming he's running RPF. He's not running RPF, but he knows exactly where the approach would come from. Actually, he's coping to the side.
Yeah, I think Zill hasn't been spotted since they went behind that island in C2. So,
well, he knows he's on the cap right now because he sees it being contested. So.
Yeah.
World spawn being forced further and further back. Like there's a minute still on the clock, and they're trying to do something with the Des Moines gearing push, but I don't know what they can do.
Amazing's gonna jump in the back of that gearing smoke.
Yeah, he will have a radar, but what can he do with the radar? Des Moines radar comes out, doesn't spot anything at all.
Yeah, they know they need to get into the cap with the gearing now, and they just don't want the same thing to happen to the gearing that happened to the Darien, I suppose.
Torpedoes.
They're gonna take A cap.
They gotta take A cap, sure. Mild issue of these torpedoes.
Yeah.
Nevsky of World's
Torps. There's only 30 seconds left as well. It's.
Yeah, Kamikazes now is going to be fearing the wrath of the Nevsky. Zill dodges torps.
Zill gets away from those torps. Kamikaze's got to dodge torps and the Nevsky at the same time.
And the Haragumo shells.
Yeah, Kamikaze's is just going to go down here. There's no question of it, I suppose.
Well, he might be saved by Zill dying first, because Zill is currently brawling against Hexagen. Who's going to get the kill? Kamikaze is the one that goes down.
Yeah,
Zill survives.
Goes down there.
1-0 in the series to Rain.
It was a close run for a little while there. If they'd killed the Napoli, if they'd killed Bison's Napoli...
kill the Napoli.
Yeah, if they'd gotten that kill in the Napoli before it, heal on smoke and ran away all at the same time.
Yeah.
They might have been in a better position to, get Zill in that cap with 2,000 more health than he currently had at the end there, with a Des Moines in support, and then they could have pushed across towards B. But yeah, it's a rough end to that match for Shaft.
Yeah, the whole just the never dying Napoli.
Yeah,
it used to be, the joke used to be, okay, just kill the Petro. Now it's just kill the Napoli. There's a reason you're one of the two of the bastards, otherwise you'd never kill anything. It'd just be like, alright, we're going to position a bunch of bricks in front of each other. Whoever burns down the other brick fastest wins. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, this map pool, this tournament, I just want to quickly, point out, I'm missing maps like Land of Fire for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I miss Land of Fire. I miss the 10-line Kremlins. I don't know what made me think of this, but Shadow is such a weird map.
Land of Fire, every time I think about that map, I think about watching our clan leader drive around in his Des Moines Asylum on the broadside of another Des Moines Asylum, and the first shells that came out of the guns were HE.
Oh,
And the whole team is like, "What are you doing?"
It's not like you've had any time to prepare this salvo. It's not like you had one job. Go around the corner and Dev Striker. Dev Striker, let me just shoot HE and it was belt. It's going to go incredibly well.
Luckily, he did actually load AP for the next volley and it was fine, but I don't think he's... That was I think, my first or second cuts that I played in, and that's a couple of years ago now, and he's never lived it down. I frequently see that brought up in the clan's Discord all the time.
Are you trying to tell me that the internet doesn't forget about tiny little fuck-ups? What? That doesn't sound right. Apparently, at some point this weekend, I passed 8888. That's nice. Thank you for all the follows. The best way to support the channel, if you would like to, if completely for free, you can just click that little follow button. It's got a little heart on it, and it can be like, it'll make me happy and stuff. Also follow Jurak. He's that guy there. That's how you spell his name. Unless I've spelled his name wrong 3 days ago and then just never fixed it. But I don't.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No, and then nobody has pointed it out at any point over the last couple of weekends. Yeah, no.
Also, wouldn't surprise me.
Also, remember when you told me to put down your actual in-game name on the streamer sheet, and I put _Jurak_, and then instead what you've used is Buckfast Enjoyer. So it was completely pointless for me to put _Jurak_ down.
I think you're rather confused, but that's okay.
What do you mean?
If you look in the spectators list.
Wait, are you not on the Buckfast Enjoyer one?
No.
Oh. Why are you not Buckfast Enjoyer anymore? You stopped enjoying Buckfast?
No, that's my press account.
Yeah, it is. I don't even. Yes.
We are onto Shatter now, though.
Does that mean
this map?
Do you want me to go press the BAP intro video? Is that what you're saying? Should I go do the video thing? Press the high quality videos?
Yes. Sure.
Okay.
The picturesque coastlines of the maritime provinces of eastern Canada form the backdrop for a titanic clash of opposing fleets. These steep cliffs and jagged rocks will soon echo the thunder of heavy guns, and only one team will emerge supreme. This is Shatter. Shatter is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. In this new configuration, Cap Alpha on the left is arguably the safest for destroyers. Though there are plenty of nearby islands within radar range, the cap perimeter is wide open, providing unfettered access and a multitude of ways in and out. This directly contrasts with Capture Point Bravo in the center, which is more claustrophobic and has only a handful of entrances and exits. Ships caught out here typically fall under tremendous focus fire from both map edges. On the right, control of the new Charlie Cap is likely to depend heavily on commanding the island on the western edge. Expect teams to deploy ships both south of this island and to the 9-10 line on the extreme eastern edge as they vie for dominance. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shatter.
Thank you very much to Steve Raptor, our favourite creature of land sea, for providing that intro video. So, Jurak, you were saying during that video that you were going to disturb me.
Yes, I made the mistake of looking at Twitter earlier during that video. I
already saw that. You can't disturb me. I've already seen this kind of stuff. It's a whole thing. Right, so map number 2, Shatter. Are we going to see some glue?
I want to see Hardens. I don't think we're going to, simply because the cap layout change seems to have moved everyone away from this idea of controlling the middle and then trying to treat it like a normal map again, with varying results.
So, no, it's probably just going to be standard send a Nevsky to each side. Actually, do you send a Nevsky to each side? I don't know. You can have a Napoli on one side, just sort of kiting maneuvers. I don't know. It's really hard to push on this map, because you have to go so wide. And I mean, if you get the push going, then I suppose you can flank around the top, but it takes so long to do that. I mean, you can make some really weird plays through the middle of the map, but I'm assuming both teams are going to have some sort of heavy anchors near the big cap to deny such things. I'm interested to see how 2 high-level teams play this map on this layout, because I don't think I've seen amazingly high-level gameplay on this map so far, especially not on this cap format. So I'd be interested to see how it goes.
I think one of the matches we've seen was the Surakatra match, where they owned the B cap so severely that they tricked, or they essentially let their opponents sort of do this like map control thing, where they had full control of the map from in a big diagonal line. But because Shatter has these horrible giant islands in the middle, that meant nothing, and they just controlled the B cap and locked it down so hard that there was no way back in.
I'm just like rotating my head in circles to like look at the different things, like go full Rorschach test on Shatter, but no, I can't see any pictures. Anyway, it does sound like we're getting into the game, and I think Shaft are going to be the green team again, so we just go straight into the game scene and hope for the best. Map loading in progress. There we go. Green team for this game will once again indeed be Shaft, and they're going to be running Schlieffen, Guden, Nevsky, Petro, Gearing, Marceau. Jirek, what have you got?
Well, over on the red team, we have St. Vincent, Kremlin, Des Moines, Double Howden, Napoli, Nevsky, Gearing, Marceau.
We got four of them! Yes! We got four of them! There's going to be airstrikes everywhere. I knew it. Look, I sound completely dumb as fuck when I say these things, but there is some logic behind it, and it looks like both these teams do agree that Howden is the way.
Yeah, and I think it's this idea of being able to lock down the middle of the map, right? If you're experienced in this map competitively, you do a lot of matches on this map, you understand that B cap is frustratingly important, and you can lock down that cap entirely with this with one Dutch boy. So why not bring two?
I'm gonna ask you a question that you might not know the answer to. Do you happen to know which of these ships are pennable by the Howden Leo and its 37.8mm penetration?
Well, we know Nevsky should be.
Schlieffen's not so much. Vincent, I assume you can do the deck pens?
Yeah.
I don't know if they pen each other on the top. This is the thing. I am not well versed in what can.
No. But one of the biggest dangers that it presents is the complete saturation of the damage control.
Yeah.
Because you can drop one airstrike, it gets double fired, you damage control, and then 3 more airstrikes come in because there's 2 of the damn things.
All right, let's take a look at some initial early deployments. Looks like over at the A cap, it's for the green team is going to be a Marceau at Schlieffen, and that's going to be pretty much it. Over at the C cap, we're going to go with Marceau, Gearing, Nevsky. So yeah, we're going to have the smoke Nevsky's on the side, and then over to like between B and C in some sort of arrangement. I'm not entirely sure what. We've got Howden Leo, Schlieffen, and the Petropavlovs.
Yeah, so on the red team, we've got a Marceau who's steaming for A with a Napoli way behind.
Yeah.
And for C cap, we've got a Gearing, Nevsky, St. Vincent, and maybe a Des Moines going to go and sit on the south of that big island. And driving straight for B, Double Howden and Kremlin looks like it's going to position between B and C.
There's going to be some spicy stuff happening when these Howdens meet.
Now, what's important here is these Howdens are going to park up, I think, in a way that actually might let them fit each other into their full airstrike envelope. They're going to be lined up in that way that they might actually be able to get maximum effective airstrikes on each other, which would be interesting. But it does look like Gang's Howden has just turned all the way out and is going somewhere else instead.
I'm just looking for the potential of Marceau and Marceau violence, and if this fight does happen, Hexagen should have the advantage because he is running Fearless Brawler, whereas Zill is running RPF instead. Also, we have some torpedo mod versus aiming systems stuff going on as well, so this fight is probably going to be mostly in Hexagen's favor, but that increased dispersion might help Zill a little bit, but it's not going to be too much of anything at all. It is destroy dispersion we're talking about. So I want to quickly take a look at some of these Howden builds, because it's a rare ship. Full airstrike build for Gang, full airstrike build with the improved commander for Bison. It looks like Gang isn't running the special captain, which seems, you got the press account, why not use it? Meanwhile, with the Howdens on the other team, they are going to be running the special commando full airstrike build as well. And we got the second one with full airstrike build. You go airstrike build. There's no reason to bring a Howden if you're not going to be bringing the airstrike build. I'm not sure why you wouldn't bring the special commander though. Alright, so.
Yeah.
Schlieffen looks like he's going on an adventure. That's all there is to it. Here we go. This Schlieffen going on an adventure. This is it. He's going through the gap, face first. Here comes the airstrikes. Des Moines caught face first, innit?
So the green Hardens are pretty much where I expected them to go, although Flo looks like they're hanging around a little bit longer there just to help with the Des Moines. But they're setting up to get this lockdown of B-Cap. I'm not sure about Gang's position. I'm not sure what the overall goal is there.
Look, I'm currently just humming Flight of the Valkyries in my head, just watching all these airstrikes go by.
They have mostly missed.
So the thing is as well, is like...
Looks like Gang's one here is going to be the better one there.
Well, there's a Kremlin airstrike coming in as well. Well, the airstrike on the Kremlin there. Oh, that's actually...
Yeah, that's... Damage control running, though, means that it's not going to set on fire. It looks like the fight between the Marceaus has happened, but the Napoli is involved as well. Napoli's taking a little bit of a chunk from the Schlieffen, but not too much.
Zill's getting the better of that trade unexpectedly there. He's 2v1 here. He doesn't want to be doing too much more of that. So they know now, all right, we have like nothing on this flank. We need to do something over here immediately. Okay, so gearing of Sheep getting caught in a radar from the Nevsky. He's going to be opened up by Marceau Petropavlov as well.
Is Repri going to eat some torps here?
Potentially. Let's have a look. Is he going to make it? Oh, no, that's... Oh, no, that's... Noises.
That was the I meant that.
Yeah.
You know that, or there's just been a little squeal in the shaft calls.
All right, Sheep gonna be taking about 8,000 damage on that exchange. He can do that 2 more times, I guess. So he's all right for now. Back over to the land of the airstrikes. Here comes 2 from
onto Bison.
Yeah, looks
this is why everyone is also AA spec.
Well, no, it's you say AA spec, but it's actually
no. So every single Harden has that commander skill, the AA one.
Yes, but
which is
that's
improved by the approved commander.
Yes, but that's not for the AA. That's because it gives you better airstrike cooldown.
It also does that, yeah. But it's important that you have your ships close together with it, because you can shoot enough of those planes down before they actually do much damage. And Flo doesn't have that advantage. Flo's just relying on their own AA whilst they take the cap, though, I suppose.
I mean, if it works, it works. So dodges the bombs. Does get reset.
Gets reset though, yeah. I suppose that was splash damage from the bombs, was it? And the green Schlieffen is just decided they didn't like the airstrike.
No, turns out that airstrikes are kind of painful to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, radar comes out from the Des Moines of World Spawn. We'll be spotting Flo. Here comes the airstrikes most likely once into the renders. I'm assuming they both have like an airstrike ready to go. Or maybe not, I don't even know at this point. There's one. I just spawned so far ahead of him, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. It looks like Vert Schlieffen is going on an adventure towards A.
Is this how it felt to cast RTS CVs, do you think?
Oh, just planes. Oh, more planes. Yeah.
Yes, planes go back here.
I think Vert has decided that actually I'm not scared of a Napoli Marceau.
So something I want to point out, right? ASW is no longer banned. I'm surprised that they're not throwing out random ASW planes from everybody else to just, like, saturate the AA. Like, you know, there's only a limited amount of flak clouds that can spawn. You send dummy squadrons out to try and, like, absorb some of the flak. Am I just talking out of my ass here?
I suppose at this point that nobody has anything. Well, maybe the Kremlin could be doing that for
Kremlin, Schlieffen, Des Moines, Petro.
The Schlieffen and the Schlieffen and the Petro for Shaft are too far away, and Des Moines and Kremlin could be doing that with rain.
Yeah, but the thing is, the planes continue out the back of it, so it's like, even though it's like they might not be in range to drop, you are still going to have the planes going into them afterwards, and if you time that with the cross, it's the whole thing.
I think the timing is the hard part with the separation between them all. Vert's just going to drive into A, and there's going to be no contest to taking that. I suppose Hexagon's going to try and keep him reset, but...
I mean, yeah. If Hexagon opens up, Zill's going to open up on him, and it's a whole trading issue. And then you've got secondaries from the Schlieffen getting involved in it as well. And it's back to the land of 1,000 airstrikes. What's going on at the minute? There's another airstrike coming out.
Yeah, so I think Kamikazes is slightly too far back to help Flo with these planes. Probably needs to be a bit further forward here.
His A is activating, but
Yeah, the A activates so late though that it's a full airstrike every time. Unlike when the planes go for Bison, the squadrons are quite depleted by the time they get there.
Kremlin
Eternal
salvo.
Titan's Saint Vincent has taken a bit of damage as well over at the back of the sea.
Kremlin with the broadside of the Schlieffen might get some damage. No, nothing. Turns in.
Terrible long-range dispersion strikes again.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, how many of the Gudens brought defensive A? I'm assuming none, right? I'm assuming none of them.
I've seen at least one. No, they all get it.
Oh yeah,
they don't get the choice. Yeah,
yeah, it's a different slot. Never mind.
Because they don't have to choose between Hydro and Def AA, which is extremely handy for them to counter themselves.
Speaking of countering themselves, this Kremlin's not having the best of times, by the way.
No, it's just sort of ensured that it is within range of
all of the airstrikes.
Yes. And its damage control is going to go down before Kamikaze's planes get there. If Kamikaze's planes are accurate, that might be some permafires.
I mean, he's Hydra, so he should be able to see where he's aiming. It looks like he hasn't given him quite enough lead.
Just enough, but no fires.
It's the thing. It's not the perfect angle because these are linear, and this Kremlin being broadside to the bombs, and sail broadside to a Guden. As long as there's an island in the way, you'll take less damage. If there's no island in the way, he'll just AP you.
Yes, yeah, there is that.
I'm just waiting to see if anything develops with this Napoli and Schlieffen on the background there as well. Okay, radar comes out from the Des Moines of Worldspawn. We'll be picking up both Gudens, Petro, Schlieffen.
So, what's interesting is the Napoli's pushing back into A. They can't afford to let Shaft have, not quite full cap control. They are, but just pausing A for now. Although Vert's quite happy to let secondaries do their thing. But having this level of cap control without much answer could be costly in the long run here.
So what is going on with this Schlieffen in the gap here? There is a Kremlin encroaching upon him. He's going to dump his torpedoes here. This is just like it's poised for something to explode at any point.
Yeah, it is. It is. And there was almost a 2-for-1 there. Airstrikes coming in the Kremlin, also catching Gang, but not quite catching it right. I think they just bounced off or they hit the bow and did nothing essentially.
This is such a weird game. This is.
This is Shatter. I love Shatter so much.
How many plane kills? How many plane kills are we going to see this game? This is check the scoreboard at the end for how many plane kills everybody has. That's what I'm going to be impressed by.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here with Gang in the Kremlin. They're just hugging their way.
It looks like they want to use the Kremlin as a blade of armor. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. I thought the Kremlin was going to reverse out that way to get a shot on the Schlieffen and stuff. I don't even know at this point.
Well, the bombs are coming across. Those bombs won't catch the Kremlin, but they will catch Gang.
Yeah, obviously, when you run airstrike mod, you don't have access to the engine modules, so you have a much harder job accelerating out of the way of them, should you even choose to, because you do have to worry about Vert Schlieffen cross-mapping you at the same time. Yeah,
over at ACAP, the Napoli has dived into ACAP as well to stop the Vert Schlieffen from taking it. Torps are out, and those Vert's Hydro is up, so he shouldn't be in danger. Zill's taking a bit of damage from the Napoli, and the Torps are coming in, but they don't look like they're going to be any danger. Kind of almost stalemating at times over there, or it is stalemating over there. It's just, how long can Hexagon brawl with secondaries from a Schlieffen?
Well, the longer this stalemate occurs, the more that it's in favor of Shaft, because they are taking on 2 caps. There's 3 minutes left in it, and there are a few softened up targets right now, but I don't see any potential kill conversions just yet, unless this Nevsky gets caught out like he is right now, full broadside to things and being shot at by all of the stuff.
Amazon's not having a grand time over there.
No, he's really not.
So it's important to note here, the Kremlin's already down to 1 heal, and it hasn't really been in battleship fights, but Flo is down to, he's using their last heal. This is, I just think that Kamikaze's Howden should have been much closer. Rain have decided they're going for it now. They're pushing a Howden to B.
Yeah, they're going for the cross shots on Vert. Vert has been forced back in his Schlieffen. This is such a weird game.
Yeah, and I don't think Flo has the health to contend with Bison's sitting there. He's not going to be left with much choice after this airstrike. I don't think, because no health to bring back.
Vert salvo onto the bow of Bison, not going to be doing much to him. This one's Bison, if you will agree. Chip Shady and his Napoli going to be dodging those torpedoes? Question mark? Yes. Okay, Vert might go down. Vert might actually be the first casualty of this game. We might be getting a 15-minute first blood here.
Yeah. Bison's running his heal now. His last heal as well. The Kremlin has decided to step in and take over. Airstrikes are out. They look like they're for the Howden. That's not a pleasant place to be right now. There goes Bison.
Okay, Bison goes down to airstrike. Schlieffen goes down as well. We have a double first blood at 6 minutes 10 remaining in the game. Now we have a Kremlin about to go around the face first. Kremlin's going to go around onto the double.
Real Ship Shady has decided they like Schlieffentorps.
Okay, yes. Oh, yes, he has. Ouch. Painful experience. Okay, all the kills happen at once. Right, now, can we get back to this, like, Kremlin on... Okay, is the Kremlin going to go around on this or not? No, he's beached.
So the Kremlin isn't quite in a position to do that, but it is perfectly lined up for Kamikaze's next airstrike.
And he has one damage control.
One heal. That is not a pleasant position to be in.
This is the strangest game of World of Warships I've seen in a long time, by the way.
This is why I love Shatter. It's just such a weird
combination
of things.
This is a game.
So Flo's airstrike coming in there. Kamikaze's airstrike following it up. We're going to see a damage control here, I would imagine, from the Kremlin, maybe?
This is the last one.
Used his last heal, last damage control, and Taro's going?
Flo is... Wait, when's the Taro?
Surely not the Marceau through B. Unless it's...
he's going for it. No, he's going for it. It's going. It's happening. The Kremlin missed.
Missed is the generous term for that. Will Taro get the... No, surely not going to get the other set off.
He gets them off. They're all in at the Kremlin. Don't think he needs them all.
Flo goes down to the Marceau. Flo is going to go down here. Flo doesn't have a heal against the...
Okay, let's take him out. Is Flo going to break line of sight, though? Yeah, Flo breaks line of sight,
but there is an airstrike
from Gang.
Yeah, I think that is the... Flo's accelerated into the airstrike, unfortunately.
Doesn't go down, though.
It just does nothing at all.
This is... Remember, Howden Lewitt takes 60-second fires as well, so I just wanted to point that out. Vincent comes around the corner into a wall of torpedoes.
Yeah, Gang's Howden took a good chunk of damage from the airstrikes and damage controlled, using his last heal now.
Hexagon going for the fires onto Flo.
At this point...
Arena comes out.
At this point,
welcome to Shatter.
Yeah, big trades happening between Marceau's at ACAP. Hexagon really suffering there in the early trades. Is he going to be
okay, ACAP, yes, that's the one over there.
Zill not quite finishing the job?
300 health. Is he going to be able to get back around this corner to fight him? No, he's not. Hexagon should be able to disengage. Okay, right. Okay. There's so many things. So many potential things.
Nevsky out on the 10 line is severely suffering here. Artorias looks like he's going to go down. Maybe. Well, 44 seconds before the heal, 30 before the damage control.
I can't even fit everything in the shot.
Artorias is 896 shots coming in still.
He goes down.
20 points left in it, but Rain are going to flip all the caps.
Oh my
that would have been the end of the match if Hexagon had gone down. That would have decided the match if Hexagon had died at ACAP.
Still Salvo's go down here, though. Wait, what? Flo? Oh, go. Okay, yep. Flo on 1200 HP. Des Moines into the back of him. And now we have Kamikazes going on a Kamikaze run to try and rescue Flo by ramming the Des Moines.
Going for the ram? Yeah.
Yeah, if he takes the ram, no, he doesn't. Because there's an airstrike coming in from Gang. So is this ram worth it? Wait, is the drive-by happening?
Oh, Gang is going to go
He's
down.
not interested. He misses the shot on Gang.
Oh, Petro snaps the Des Moines as well. Kamikazes is going for Gang. Petro goes out for the Des Moines. Gang's on 1100, no heals. Damage control back in sec. What is going on? Hexagon has just left. Hexagon decided, no, I didn't like that. I'm out. I'm just points now.
World spawn in the Des Moines, going for the stern end of Kamikazes. Ouch!
Kamikazes is going to get around the island before... No, maybe not.
No, he's going to get... He will... He's going to go down. He's going to go down for it, though. He's going to go down. There's no way... Yeah. What am I watching? St. Vincent going for the Petro.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Worldspawn needs to find his reverse button very quickly here.
Nevsky is amazing going for Vincent as well. Big hit.
Vincent is healing. St. Vincent is healing. Schlieffenshot's coming in now. They need to get this St. Vincent kill before it kills the Pedro.
Is he going to get the Wiggly top?
He dodges one, but it gets exceptionally harder when it's that close.
Gearing.
Sheep goes down. 27 seconds, just next to C-Cap. There's 50 seconds left on the clock. So I don't see Rain winning this. St. Vincent's going to go down here. And that will end the battle. Surely. Sure.
You see it go down?
Let's go for the ram!
They're going down! The
I don't understand.
Worldspawn stepped in B.
So at this point, it doesn't matter.
On the clock.
Yeah, there's 30 seconds on the clock. There is nothing that can be done to flip the points that hard. What a match! This is why I fucking love this map. Shatter is one of the most unusual, and I don't understand most of what just happened. But we're going to a game 3. I love it. I loved every second of that battle.
That was an experience. This was a true experience.
And look at there's your plane kill count, by the way. And so this is what I mean by the overlapping AA. Rain shot down so many more planes than maybe it's more equal than it looks, but yeah. There was a lot going on in that battle. I love it.
I don't know.
The St. Vincent clearly just shouted, "Be the torpedo!" as they went forward there.
Nobody expects the third torpedo. We have one wiggly top, we have a second wiggly top, but what about the wiggliest top of them all? Me! Look, I don't know what the fuck I just watched.
And you know what? We might have missed all of that really exciting bit at the end if Hexagon had just eaten one more shell from
So, I got the good ones that I wanted. I'm not sure if I want them ever again. I'm not sure if I want them ever again, to be perfectly honest with you. That was some of the... Yep, yes. Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing. Now, imagine what only one team had taken them. It would have been hell to push into that. I don't think I quite have the words.
No, I don't have the words either. Right, there... No, I have 3 words. Who, what, why?
Yes.
You know, I can feel parts of my brain dissolving.
Just in time.
Yeah.
For your favorite map.
Oh yeah, what are we going on to? We're going to Crash Zone
Alpha.
Yeah, let me go play the video for you. Woo, yay, woo, woo, yeah, where my video go?
The Narrows of the English Channel have borne witness to some of the most famous naval battles in history. Now, the storied cliffs of Dover provide the inspiration and backdrop for a naval clash of epic proportions. This is Crash Zone Alpha. Crash Zone Alpha is a 42 by 42 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points, running in a line from southwest to northeast. The A cap is in the bottom left, B is in the center, and C is in the top right. In the center and southwest, both A and B caps provide a little cover for radar cruisers looking to support friendly destroyers as they vie for control of each cap. The islands that hug the borders of these two capture zones are tall enough to block most shells, and close enough that their radar envelopes will cover the respective capture areas. To the northeast, Capture Area C is a much riskier play for cruisers. The islands here are smaller and farther back from the capture zone, providing better access for destroyers. Battleships seeking better firing angles on enemies farther south are likely to find what they're looking for, but pushing too far too quickly can be a very risky play. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Crash Zone Alpha.
I have an introduction video there from the wonderful Boggy, or as he prefers to be known, Bogsy, but nobody calls him that. He will forever be Boggy.
He doesn't call himself that.
Nah. At this point, we just need to rebrand him. He's now Boggy. He will forever be Boggy. There was a... Yeah. Right, that was... Yeah. Glue everywhere. Many glues. Much glue. Yes. Yeah. So, yes. Do you expect to see anywhere near as many Howden Lairs in this? No, I'm not even going to make that joke. No, we expect to see none of them in this game. Absolutely zero. I think they're what's known as a Shatner special. And that was certainly a special game, so yes.
Yeah, that was... honestly, I absolutely love this map just for that. Like, it's always in the last few minutes when the teams realize, like, well, we can't just sit here and, like, throw shit at each other forever. We need to do a thing because, you know, someone has control of the cap one way or the other. And you have to go. And on that map, there is no easy way to make a play. So you end up with what we just had. Which, you know,
of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed. All right, and give us 30 seconds. Hang on. I just need to build fucking planes. We're just gonna sit there and just like build little IKEA planes, like dunk, 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 dunk. That's what happens. That's where all the planes go. You just like there's like actually a team of highly trained squirrels that live on the ship and just build all of these like little planes, attach a little bomb to them, throw them out. That's how it works. It's little squirrels actually on all these ships. I've got authority. I have no other explanation for where these planes come from. It has to be squirrels, magical squirrels.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That was a game. That was certainly a game. Right. While these teams are readying up, I'm gonna go blow my nose. Virak, entertain the people.
Chat, are we now airstrike enjoyers? I think Shatter does that to you. I don't think there's quite an explanation for what we just watched. I'll be entirely honest. But I'm now reading some of your reactions to the end of the battle, and yes, that was a match. It was confusing, but things happened. Yeah, things cannot be unseen. You're quite right. Going on to Crash Zone Alpha, I don't think we're going to see anything like that. And I suppose chat will be quite happy about not seeing anything like that ever again.
Did you entertain the people? Were they entertained?
Yes, I've reacted to their reactions to the end of that match, which was mostly shock, trauma, dismay, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. that was definitely an experience. That's the World of Warships competitive. Yes.
Peak competitive gameplay. I can't even keep a straight face.
It's fine. Nobody can see you behind your bottle of Bucky. I mean, it's an effective strategy.
Gameplay.
Like,
but it is. It is such a map specific, but it's so. It's. There's just no words for it.
So it's a bit like GK. Like, GK brought it out on special occasions for certain maps. Like, you run it on specific maps. We used to. I don't know if you do Preußen instead or Schlieffen instead now, but it was definitely a thing that you used to just run it at specific points. Howden fills this role very well. It has it's the only ship that can just decide, you know what? I don't need line of sight. I don't need my guns to go over this island. I'm going to damage you because you're this close to me, but you're also like, there's an island in the way. We appear to have an unreadied Edgar in the middle. I don't think that's how it works.
We do, yeah. So I don't know if you've have you seen the videos of those slapping contests where the two people just stand there and slap each other in the face?
Yeah,
that's basically what Shatter is when both teams bring Howdens. They just stand there, stare at each other aggressively, and then just wind up the biggest slap they can and hope that they knock the other person out before it happens to them. It's the only explanation for that entire map.
I'd be interested to see how engine mod would perform instead of airstrike mod on that one, just so you can dodge the opposing airstrikes more easily. Is the increased cooldown going to be worth it? But the thing is, with a 60-second fire duration on the Howden, like being able to stack damage, there's a lot of theory crafting behind that one that I can't be bothered to go to. That I would love to see some of the potential damage values from that game. Honestly, actually, I probably can go look in the channel that says most potential damage. Let's go have a look.
Is there a channel that says most planes shot?
I don't believe so.
Oh. That is just.
It's BB most potential damage. Let's go in there. No.
If it's limited to battleships, then maybe the Kremlin. Maybe the Kremlin.
Oh yeah. No, the Schlieffen as well. The Schlieffen had a bunch of airstrikes land next to him, but yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Wait, are we? Oh, you know what? Let's just get ready. Let's get ready. We've had the video. 1 minute and we can go. Wonderful. Wonderful. We have 1 minute until the game starts. And this poor this poor Edgar is like, why do the teams not want me?
I just need to ask you a question before we do.
Yeah.
How many players are in the teams? It's great.
Yeah, I know. There's Kamikazes there, Russians there.
There we go. There we go.
I like how this guy at the Edgar's like actually talking and all that. He's like, oh yes, yes. He just said yes.
Yes.
This is. Alright, reminder of the stakes. Loser of this game goes down to loser's bracket, where they'll have to fight another team. Winner of this advances to next weekend, I believe. Tournament's complicated, I must say. There's like a tournament website and all this where all this information is readily available to me, but finding that is a nightmare, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, it doesn't look like we're getting it again.
I believe the loser of this goes to play Toraz.
Ah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know. I don't even know what our next game is.
Yeah. Looking at the bracket,
well, we're in game, so less of the bracket, more of the game. So this time, green team will be Rain here on Crash Zone Alpha, and they're going to be running St. Vincent, Kremlin, Moskva, Petropavlovsk, Stalingrad, Shimakaze, Haragumo, Ragnar. Very Iron Curtain-y. What have you got for the red team?
So, red team are bringing double St. Vincent, Napoli, double Moskva, Darien, double Marceau, Ragnar. We're
both teams
getting our...
Yeah, both teams have decided they've had enough of Nevsky. We're moving on to the bigger, better cousin, Moskva. We're going to park it up. So, I want to know, are they going to do some sort of... Right, so there's a strategy that happens where you rush a Moskva to the central island and B using a Haraguma smoke train. Are they going to use this one? Does that look like it? I don't think... Oh, terrorists... No, it doesn't look like they're going for it. At least not from the northern spawn. Are they going to do it from the south spawn? I don't think it works well from the south spawn. No, it looks like no Moskva rushes today. Unfortunate. But I do like that strategy. It's a good spot.
So I'm going to segue us onto team deployments because I have a question for you when we get to the red team.
Uh-huh. Alright, green team deployment's going to be sending over at the A cap. We have Haraguma, Moskva, St. Vincent, Ragnar, and then a Stalingrad up behind it. B cap, we have a Shimakaze gliding in between the BC islands. I'm sure if he's taking the quick route to go to C. Moskva up behind him, going to position on the radar rock. So you have coverage right B and C. Petropavlovsk and Kremlin going around the going around to go to the outside for the 910 line potential push. You see?
Red team are sending a lone Marceau to C, a lone Daring to B, and the entire team to A.
Mm-hmm. Where they will meet a fierce resistance. Good luck with that one.
Are you a fan of 7 ship push through A?
No, I am certainly not a fan of this, because you know why? It's because people are going to see this, right? And they say, I saw it in King of the Sea. And we're going to get random battle lemming trains. But ignore the fact that this is like, you know, a coordinated team with communications, double radar, 2 scout and destroyers, and 2 battleships, pushing into only 2 battleships, one of which is going to be on the opposite side of the map. We're going to ignore all that stuff and just push with our herd of 5 BBs in one big blob and complain about noob team no support. Right, anyway, Marceau did get himself early into the sea cap. Should we be able to take it before getting spotted by the Shimakaze? Potentially?
Maybe. We also have the Marceau in A cap. It looks like they're going to complete that cap as well.
They know where each other are. They both RPFing each other, so there's going to be no surprises.
Shima's going to touch the cap before it's taken.
He is. Unfortunate for the Marceau. And those Marceau tops, not the worst in the world. Probably not going to do. Probably not going to cash. But these Shimakaze torpedoes could be a problem. Right. Back over to this.
So it does look like one of the St. Vincent's is peeled off to go towards B cap, with the Moskva going to the A cap radar rock.
Yeah, that's so he can catch the retreat if they try to kite away.
Yes.
So basically, like, he would be positioned between BC, and then if anything tries to turn around and run, he will be able to get in between up to around, like, the, I don't know, D4, is that? C4, D4?
Yeah, so I suppose the plan here is that they hook around the south, and they push up the 1-2 line, and they force Rain into the corner whilst they hold the B and A caps, and they don't really care about anything else, right? That's the, on paper, in theory, this should work plan, right?
Mm-hmm. We see a smoke.
Is that what you expect to happen?
We see a smoke screen getting dropped here by the Harugum of Real Ship Shady, so they can get the Moskva and the Vincent past this island gap, and then you have like no way to really dislodge this Moskva, and the Moskva's really holding off against 5 ships. I guess at that point you have to use the Marceau to go for a rush on the Moskva, but it's pushing into a Harugum. Like, you can't really rush that. There's no way you can rush that. This is gonna be a hard. Like, this, honestly, this. Shaft are going to struggle pushing into this.
So, important to note here that Shaft have completely changed up their plan by the looks of it. The St. Vincent that went towards B is actually now going towards C, and so is the Daring. So they are going to do the inevitable, like, heroic delay strat up there, whilst they hope that their A flank pushes through and gets some results.
Well, here comes the farming. World Spawn and a Stalingrad is going to be the focus of the ire of Shaft momentarily. However, to do this, they have to absorb the battering from the Moskva. Actually, the Moskva has torpedoes now. They're nowhere near them. Yeah, it's just going to be a farm war for a while. I don't think anyone's in particular danger of getting dev struck, but we'll see how the farming goes.
There is 3 fires on World Spawn, and he's just trying to get out of sight before he damage controls. There it is.
Yeah, but he is radared now by the Moskva if it's Russian. I don't think they're going to have angles to get him on fire again, though.
No, I don't think anyone has
actually crossfire from the St. Vincent potential.
Yeah!
There it is! Are you running engine mod? My good sir.
At this point, I'm not sure it matters.
Okay. Dispersion says no.
The island doing its best. Get down, Mr. President. But World Spawn does go forward, and the HE shells are landing again. You know, if that St. Vincent had just been a little bit further away,
yeah,
it might have just had the drop on that.
Well, World Spawn is dark now. He managed to get reverse back up. They won't have another farming opportunity until the Moskva, if it's Russian, has his radar back, or they push them
forward. There is a permafire for at least for the next 8 seconds. That fire landed quite early on in that little brief farm.
Well, he's going to be having fun on his rock. Yeah, he Damacons it now, so I'm not sure if that Damacon was really worth it. Like, but, you know, there we go. Guess he's not expecting to be spotted for a while. Back over at sea, we see the green team has decided, actually, we should probably, like, you know, do something with our committed ships here. I'm going to push forward, forcing further and further back. the Marsu is going to make the job easier for them by opening up and telling them exactly where he is. Like, all right, I can push for free now. I know exactly where you are. I know what your torpedo range is. I know that I'm not in danger of it because I'm in the Kremlin, blah, 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 all that kind of good stuff. They don't know where the daring is necessarily, so they might be afraid of that, and that might be stalling them slightly, but they will have the ability to use Bison's radar to, you know, be a gauge of exactly how far away you are. It's like, all right, you're 12 kilometers away. Okay, I have radar ready whenever. I'll just follow you.
The daring looks like it's going to try and think about contesting B cap again, but Gang's Moskva is there. Yeah, and ready to radar.
Well,
I feel like they missed the chance of
I think I just saw a Ragnar take a chunk. I'm not sure where. I just saw a health bar move.
It was Hexagon. I have no idea how Hexagon spotted back there, but he's yes. Did he open up?
Probably.
That so I can only imagine that was a combination of a Napoli Moskva St. Vincent salvo. World Spawn is spotted again and has that wonderful HE spam coming his way.
Argumo's torpedoes from Real Ship Shady being a massive pain in the ass for these lined up ships right here. So, yes.
Yeah.
This push is just stalling. This is exactly what we expected.
Entirely, yeah. Hexagon spotted again.
He's just opening up on the border, I guess. Like, there's literally nothing that could be just hard spotting him, is there? No.
I don't think so, no. He's suffering for it. Not as maybe he's considering that as worth it, but there is certainly a point where Ragnar, you will just lose too much health doing stuff like that. Vert's St. Vincent seems to be struggling a little bit with the farm coming his way.
Yeah, they're all having issues with this Moskva of Artorius, and the radar comes out. They're going to know that their radar's being popped. They're going to be like, all right, who could have potentially radared me? Oh yeah, it was the Moskva. And then he's going to get re-smoked. And then how do you push the Moskva in the smoke screen? You can't. Especially when you have to run the
radar out, catches the Darien in B and catches Amazing's Moskva in A cap.
Yeah, Flo's going to get reset. Yeah, it's going to be a painful experience for Amazing and his Mosso. It's the problem, right? You've committed all of these forces down here, and you got one cap. You basically gifted C cap to the enemy team. B cap was taken off the back of it, and you've not managed to get past a single Moskva. Like, there's Moskva and Stalingrad at anchor, plus the St. Vincent and support, the Harry Grumman support. Like, there's just a hard stall for them. How do you break the siege?
You've either got to just turn around and go back to another part of the map and try and reposition and sort of risk giving up A, or you just have to go for that. You have to find a way around it.
World Spawn's like healed all the way up, by the way.
Yeah, World Spawn's healed all the way up. He's only got one heal remaining though, which is an interesting position to be in as opposed to Stalingrad.
B-cap, Moskva, radar, catches, Flo in the daring, get the resets.
Shots coming in for World Spawn Stalingrad again. The island just keeping him safe from that St. Vincent.
They tried that earlier as well. Didn't work then, didn't work now, and now we just have this.
Yeah.
This. They cornered themselves. Look at the map control. Look at this map control. The Marceau and St. Vincent have fell all the way back from C-cap. And now they're just joining this team. They've just taken control of this tiny little portion of the map. Look,
Artorius might go down here. He's taken some big chunks. He's on 5,000 health. 4 seconds until he gets a heal. He's on 1,000 health.
What happened to Artorius?
And he goes down. I'm gonna have to say that was probably he was too far away from the island that either the Moskva got him or the St. Vincent just had enough of it and punched him. So that dislodges that. Yukino's in a little bit of trouble in the St. Vincent, but he's got he's got all the health in the world to heal. Vert eats a Haragumo torp over at the back of A. But the Napoli, we now have a Napoli Marceau push. Yeah, one Haragumo torp just seemed to catch him on the stern there.
Oh, well, he is probably, if he's flooding, he's going to go down then, isn't he? That's... You're not running fire punch? No, you are. I just looked weird on the Vincent back here.
He's mashing the heal button.
Not going to be enough.
He gets the heal, but it doesn't do it. Oh.
Yeah, it turns out
That's
when you've got like
unfortunate.
double fire and a flood burning on you, that the heal doesn't outburn it. All right.
And the
Amazing takes
Shimakaze
a
catches
toll.
amazing. Yeah, that's a lot of health. That's a lot of your health and power that you just needed to finish that push gone for no.
Yeah. And now they've rotated all these ships back as they're making the push, and now the St. Vincent's given broadside to the St. Vincent, the green team, Shaft.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's really unfortunate to see that happen to Vert because he did just get the heal off there, and there was lots of health to be healed. Just one tick in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that one's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's.
They kind of
It is always. It's heartbreaking enough in randoms. Never mind in a competitive match.
Right. Well, is there a potential for a comeback still? What do you think? Is there?
So the points are still close enough that they've done enough delay on BCAP and enough pausing BCAP itself that they're not behind on points, or they are now behind on points, but they're not radically behind and not actually in that much danger. Is Intaro about to go for a rush on the Petro? Are we about to see another one of those rush a ship from behind and miss the torps?
I don't know. Where is this?
Over towards CCAP, the Petro's
okay.
Bison
yes,
has just turned all the way around. So Bison just fired his radar, caught Intaro, fired the Hydro immediately. Or no, the Hydro was already running, sorry. But the radar's given him enough warning that he's just turned out.
You don't take this. You don't take this.
No,
no.
The St. Vincent trying to just bully its way into BCAP and take it here.
I mean, you see that there's a Kremlin in the way. Like, Kremlin cares not for your bullying. He's a Kremlin.
Yeah.
I mean, the Kremlin might.
Torps.
Yeah.
They should have the range.
It's daring, so yeah, they should just have the range. This one as well. Two.
There's also a St. Vincent torp.
Okay, that one will be funny.
If that lands. Oh no.
Kremlin salvo onto the daring. Ooh, that's a big chunk. Wiggly torp.
St. Vincent torp dodged.
No Wiggly
That
torps.
would have been very awkward, because that would have been a lot of damage, potentially there.
Yeah, those are actually like explodey torps. Like they do.
Yeah, they're like 29,000 damage or something if they get their max, but in that case, it would probably be closer to 15 or something on the stern.
All right, so Eternal Titan currently being farmed out. He's gonna get one fire.
He's
on
got
him.
no heals left. Yeah.
He's got a Damacon ready in 7.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the green team don't have a lot of heals left on some of their ships, although Petro has 4. None on the Kremlin, none on the Stalingrad. It's. I think they just need to get Shaft. Just need to finish these kills, right?
Well, Shaft right now, I need to get Flow into this cap and probably smoke up this St. Vincent immediately, or he's gonna get farmed out. Right, there's no radar available for Gang to get. Oh, apparently there's a radar back there for World Spawn. Never mind.
World Spawn catches the Daring, but not the St. Vincent.
Yeah, and the St. Vincent was the target of the Aya. Gang doesn't have his radar, which will catch it for another 60, I think.
Yeah, the Kremlin's on 9,000 health. It has a damage control ready. He's gone undetected. He's just waiting, to trigger that damage control.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna get there because he's now pushing out to be respotted.
Yeah. He's respotted. He did slap Intaro's Marceau as a return favor though, and Zill's Ragnar is in an interesting position.
Yeah, he's currently radaring the Kremlin.
That's hilarious.
Now the Kremlin gets stuck. There's still shells coming in. If this catches a fire, he's dead.
No. He's got damage control ready. He's held his damage control this entire time.
Moscow salvo AP in the back. Nope, doesn't land.
Marceau shells still falling.
That was St. Vincent salvo actually.
But Zill's Ragnar, not a place I want to be.
Okay, Kremlin escapes with his life with 2,000 HP.
And the Ragnar's just hydroed here. It looks like the Marceau's going to make a run for C though.
Oh, the Ragnar's bow in. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Bow in and hydroed by the Petro.
This will be the game. They didn't get the kill on the Kremlin. Look at the points. It's 980 and 968. Unless a kill happens somewhere else right now.
That Kremlin getting away has
I didn't realize it was good. Well, Zill's still alive. He's still bow attacking 28 health. Oh, can they get the Moscow kill instead? They're trying to burn down the Moscow now. DVM Zill, but now Zill
there
went down.
Go. That Kremlin. That was Shaft's play. Was we need to grab that Kremlin kill to end the match.
I didn't even realize the points were that close. I didn't realize the kill on the Kremlin would have been the end of the game. Honestly,
So Shaft go on after this to play the winner of Shiny versus Torres, by the way.
right. Okay, so congratulations to Rain taking that series 2-1.
Yep.
That was a very strange series.
That was
Yes.
that was something.